And the blows just keep coming. You've probably heard about the nerfs to Temporal Anomaly announced last week. Basically, the Absorb Shield given by Temporal Anomaly will be reduced by 20%, and Resonating Sphere will only apply echoes to 4 people instead of 6. I wasn't too stressed by these changes from a Mythic Plus standpoint. The additional echo we will need to manually apply would be annoying for sure, but I'm not certain how heavily we lean on the Absorbed Shield value in M+. So I basically figured these nerfs were to balance the healing in a raid environment where Temporal Anomaly is near the top of the healing meters, especially on bosses with lots of ticking damage, and it would definitely alter the way we play in raid, but since I mostly focus on M+, I haven't been overly worried. But then, Blizzard just announced today a whole new set of nerfs in this blue post, and we're going to go through it together. So the first one is, when Lifeline is applied through a lower value echo with Temporal Anomaly, its healing value is reduced to match the value of the echo. So what does this mean? Well, as we know, the echoes applied by Temporal Anomaly are only at 30% effectiveness, meaning they replicate the next healing spell cast at only 30% power, or if you put 2 points into Time Lord, 45% power. So if you Vern Embrace to someone and heal them for about 50k, the healing replicated through echoes onto everyone else is about 15k, or 22.5k if you have Time Lord. But that's not the sole reason we combo Temporal Anomaly and Verdant Embrace. We do it for that Lifebind buff. For the next 4 seconds, 40% of healing received is replicated to everyone in the group hug, which makes it very potent when paired with Emerald Communion or Spirit Bloom. However, after the patch, if you utilize Lifebind through echoes that were applied via your Temporal Anomaly, your Lifebind doesn't work at full effect. It will only work at 30% or 45% effectiveness. So to break this down even further, the Lifebind buff will only replicate 12 or 18% of healing over the next 4 seconds. So I can demo this here and we can try to work out the difference. I'm going to use Temporal Anomaly to apply echoes. I'm going to Verdant Embrace for that group hug, and then Emerald Communion. And we can see here that Emerald Communion has healed for about 400k, but Lifebind has healed for double that, 822,000 healing. Now, if we're only getting 12% of Lifebind's effect, that number is hugely reduced. It's something like 98k. With the 2 points in Time Lord bumping it up to 18% healing through Lifebind, we get a number closer to 150k. I might be doing this wrong. There may be other interactions here that I'm not accounting for. I'm sure people will be testing the shit out of this on the PTR, and we'll have confirmation soon, but wow, I hope that is wrong, because that is a huge nerf, and I predict will be a problem in M+, where we rely so heavily on that Lifebind Emerald Communion ramp for big damage events like Herja and Fenrir. And then, to add insult to injury, the second change affects Golden Hour along similar lines. Golden Hour currently heals back 15% of damage taken in the last 5 seconds when applied, and then leaves behind a nice little hut. Reversion is a very important part of Preservation Evoker because it procs our Force set, which helps us with single target healing, damage output. It gives us procs of Essence Burst for free echoes and disintegrates. But the cherry on top has always been the Golden Hour talent to immediately heal back 15% of damage, or 30% of damage if you echo reversion someone. However, after the patch, Golden Hour's effect is reduced when you combo it with echoes applied by Temporal Anomaly. So in this scenario, Golden Hour will only heal back 4.5% or 6.75% of damage taken. And I think this puts Golden Hour in a very awkward position now, because I still think it's worth taking. It's still a very good way to quickly single target heal someone, but it's not going to feel very good when you apply it to the whole group via Temporal Anomaly. And I think you will still want to spread reversions around to take advantage of the grace period buff, or just to proc some instant cast Living Flames. So what do we do now? Did Blizzard just kill Temporal Anomaly for Mythic Plus? And how do we potentially play without Temporal Anomaly? I think it's too early to tell if it will be disowned for M+ content, but if you're feeling disheartened, let me tell you that before patch 10.0.5 came out, I didn't even use Temporal Anomaly. I played a build that had high essence regen, so I could manually apply echoes for Lifebind ramps. And I still used Reversion a lot to proc my Force set bonus, and then to proc Essence Burst, and for free echoes, and it worked really, really well. Yes, It is a little more hard work for sure, but I had the advantage of replicating all my healing at full power, actually at 105% power, because all my echoes were manually applied. So while I had to prepare my echoes in advance rather than just like lazily throw out a temporal anomaly 3 seconds before a damage event, it also meant that the Verdant Embrace I cast before my Lifeline ramp was potent. It meant that with a rank 1 Spirit Bloom, I could AoE heal everyone for about 80k instead of a sad like 35k per person when you're using temporal anomaly echoes. And now with the changes coming in 10.0.7, manually applying echoes will be the only way for Lifebind and Golden Hour procs to be at full effectiveness. So if you want to learn more about this high essence regen build and how it works, you can just watch the first 8 minutes of this guide that I released in 10.0.2. Although hang about a sec because it's worth exploring one more potential option. I'm going to highlight a change made earlier in the dev notes about the talent Ouroboros. Currently, it increases the next Echo's direct healing by 15% for each ally healed by Dream Breath or Emerald Blossom, stacking up to 20 times. This talent has always seemed just like super backwards and kind of awkward to me. Okay, I just had to edit out a huge long rant I had about this talent because the point is it is getting a complete overhaul, and now it does this. Ouroboros has been redesigned. Casting Echo increases the healing of your next Emerald Blossom by 30%, stacking up to 5 times. Now, I have watched some people play this talent on the PTR, and the cool thing is that it doesn't have a timer. You can gain your 5 stacks and then hold them until you're ready to use Emerald Blossom. It is worth noting that it doesn't work at all by applying echoes with Temporal Anomaly, but if you're running the high essence regen build and using manual echoes, then you are easily gaining 5 stacks of Ouroboros, which means you are buffing the healing of Emerald Blossom by 150%. So we can kind of get a feeling for what that's going to look like here. I am currently not running a single talent that buffs Emerald Blossom, and it seems to heal people for roughly 23k. So if we buff Emerald Blossom by 150%, then that means it would heal each person by roughly 58k, that's decent. I actually don't hate that. So these are just all things to think about. Are the nerfs to Temporal Anomaly just too much to make it viable for Mythic Plus? Is Ouroboros making Emerald Blossom relevant in M+? I'm kind of leaning towards yes on that one, and I'm a little bit excited. I'm kind of bummed that I don't get to use Emerald Blossom in M+. But you let me know what you think, and I'll keep you updated. Bye!